I am just a freak. Yeah, you
call
are.
me?
I'm just kidding.
Pretty good. So
Really good. And
late night drive home, you said?
late night drive home.
Add that to the old list.
Write that down.
All
What's
right.
up, guys?
What's up, punks?
Hey, what's up, punks?
All right. Welcome to RockMental for this week's edition. We have a pretty good lineup this
We
week.
do.
I
We
think.
do.
I think we have a really good. And for the most part, we're gonna wing it. You know, that's how we do our best stuff. But
Yeah.
want to welcome you to this week's. I am chaotic, resident metalhead, and ADHD brain.
Yeah. I'm Mayhem, bipolar PTSD, and I like just about everything.
Groompy. Yeah, I get the sads. Depression. Maybe narcissist. A little bit of everything. You know, you're emo guy here, but you know anything from Wu-Tang to. Yeah.
Wu-Tang is for the kids, man.
Yo, what's up, Big Mac? We got Big Mac and Baines Menace here.
Oh, what's up?
Hey,
Big
Big Mac,
what's up,
Baines
Big
Menace.
Mac?
Go, guys.
Let's
do it.
There we
Let's
go.
do it. We got Figured, our producer, right down the back.
I'm out here producing the podcast. I've got ADHD. I got everything that they have, so
Yeah, we rub out on them pretty
we
bad.
can refer to them for any issues.
Oh, well, if you are a friend of a show like Big Mac and Baines, welcome back. If you're new, welcome to the pit. Glad you're here. Want to make sure that if you haven't hit that subscribe button, you go ahead and make sure you hit the subscribe button. And breaking news, guys, we're actually live on Facebook and Instagram now.
Well,
Yeah.
we're trying to.
Or trying to.
We're working on
attempting.
it.
There's a lot of clicking going on back there, so I'm assuming that's what's
Yeah.
going on.
A lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of what have yous as far as the
Inputs-
electronics goes.
Inputs, lots of ones
Yeah.
and zeros.
Lots of
thinking.
Zuckerbergs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we go.
there it is. Well, we're trying to do that, trying to get more RockMental to you. So if you haven't liked us on Facebook or Instagram,
Yeah, and let's talk about our mosh pit mentality a little bit. So we here at RockMental are really like that mosh pit.
Yeah.
we do.
It is loud and it is crazy. People smashing into each other,
Mhm.
just feeling the music and vibing. You know, you got guys in there getting all that anxiety and that hurt out,
Yeah.
decades of pain. You got young kids in there just connecting to new bands.
Yeah.
You got women in there just looking for a safe place to be. And regardless of why they're there, there's a law, there's unwritten rule. You see someone fall, pick them up. And this is the culture that we want to instill here in our RockMental family, and this is why we call it the mosh pit mentality. We have our mantra that we're going to go over. So repeat after me, put those horns up.
Bam.
If you hit the ground,
If you hit the ground,
put your hand up.
put your hand up.
If you see a hand up,
If you see a hand up,
put your hand out.
put your hand out.
Ask,
Ask,
answer.
answer.
That's how we rage to see another show.
That's how we rage to see another show.
Nobody
Nobody
moshes
moshes
alone. That's right.
Yes.
Nobody moshes alone. You can go to our website for more information about our mosh pit mentality. Ruby's going to tell us about the rest of today's show.
Yes, sir. Again, we put in a good week's hard of work for find new music for you guys. So we'll have that ready for you guys. We'll talk a little bit about our weeks, you know, how everything went,
Yeah.
how, you know, get in our feels a bit like we always do. It's
Mhm.
when our best stuff comes out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as always, you know, the music, we have so much music to share with you guys. We have our playlist to go through,
Yep.
and we got some good topics to talk about today.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so. I
Yeah,
think
we
so. There's a
do.
lot happening.
There's a
A lot
Yeah.
happening
A
in,
lot.
in the world of rock.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
I gotta go do like a little weekend update, if you
Yeah.
will,
Yes,
of
yes.
what's happening.
Oh yeah. So we'll go through our music, and that's what we have for you guys. Figured.
Yeah, make sure to head over to @RockMental Official on pretty much all the social media platforms. That's our that's our tag for everything. Make sure to head over to rockmental.com.
What are you doing?
It's not there.
No, it's down there.
Make sure to head over to rockmental.com.
Right here.
We have weekly posts for this stream. We have
Nice and pretty.
Beyond the Pit there as well. We have some of our clips and stuff there. So yeah, head over to rockmental.com, guys.
Please excuse Groompy.
Yeah.
I'm on Dayquil.
It's gonna be a long show.
Oh man! All right, so we got a busy week. I know a few episodes ago we talked about having Aiden Kelly from Blue Nicotine
Yep.
join us for Beyond the Pit. That episode is almost out. Okay, I
Yes.
know we owe you guys. It was a few weeks back, but
Mhm.
it's almost out. It should be out this week. We will
Mhm.
let you know. We also announced last week we talked to Peter
Yeah,
from Abdomen. Is that correct?
that's
Yes.
right. Peter from Abdomen, a dude.
A dude.
Hopefully we'll have that out very soon.
That's
So
right.
finishing the last, refinements, the little details,
That's right.
dotting the T's, crossing the I's, all
I-
that stuff.
I
Yeah.
always get that expression.
I
Yeah.
always get it. Wrong. Yeah.
But yeah, so you probably have a double dose of Beyond the Pit this week. So check those out. Make sure you follow us on YouTube and also on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music for those episodes. These are awesome dudes. So awesome to talk to. Both of them
Yep.
have a lot to say about music, have a lot to say about mental health, and kind of like how their own experience with music.
Oh,
is
yeah.
so cool. These dudes are awesome.
Agree.
Stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah.
So what else?
What else we got?
What else is happening this week, guys?
Let's see. How's your week?
This week was a little weird.
Yeah. Weird.
A little weird. A little weird. There's a lot going on. A lot
Yes.
going on at home, a lot going on in the world, a lot
Yep.
going on just rock, man. I mean, if you
Dude.
if you keep up with what all the headlines coming out, and we're gonna get into some of that later, but
Oh yeah.
But-
Seems like I was on Rock Feed all week.
right?
Dude comes up with just all sorts of news, and it was
Yeah.
like I thought I already saw this, and it's a different band.
Right? It's like that breaking news. What?
Yeah.
Who did what? Who's leaving what?
Yes.
Right? There's
Yes.
a lot
A
happening.
lot of movement.
Yeah.
A lot happening, man. But you know, that's just kind of how life is sometimes. But you know, when there's a lot happening, what we got to do is just rely on each other, right?
That's right.
Rely on each other. Rely on your brothers and sisters in the pit. Rely on the people who care about you,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, make sure you're gonna get out of it okay, whether it's good weird or bad weird, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for those of you watching or those of you who are listening, however you consume this, we got a lot of resources at rockmental.com/help. 988. We got helping survivors. We got our new partnership.
Heads up, guys.
Heads up, guys.
That's right.
Lots of information. I think I gave you guys homework last time. Did you
I think
guys?
so.
Let's see.
I think
It's
so.
it's gonna be graded. Yeah, go to our website. There's tons of information there. We're very excited about our new partnership with Heads Up, guys.
That's right.
They've got a new promotion out this month for men's mental health.
That's right.
And we are helping with that. So it's a great place to find not only like a survey, but kind of a questionnaire to see if you have some symptoms, but also a great place to find some help. And I think all of us here can all agree therapy's helped
Yeah.
all of us.
Yes.
It does.
And
so much.
it is, we're trying to overcome those barriers, right, of finding help and all of that. And this is a great organization that can help them. They got therapists that are certified in understanding the male needs as far as mental health goes.
Yeah, that's right.
I would definitely check them out.
Absolutely. You can find all those. Now, as a little disclaimer, we are not mental health professionals.
Oh no.
So please take what we say with a grain of salt and
Mhm.
some a little bit of paprika, if you will.
Yes.
You know, but we're speaking from our experiences dealing with our own mental health challenges. And we want to create a community where it's okay to do that,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
It's absolutely normal to talk about, you know, anxiety
Yes.
and depression and bipolar and ADHD
Mhm.
and, you know, all the other shit that comes with, you know, our crazy brains.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Because in the end, if we don't, all we're doing is perpetuating a stigma. And what do we say here?
Fuck the
Fuck the
Fuck the
stigma.
stigma, man. Screw that. We're here to talk about our stuff because we're human. And if we don't, then a lot of bad shit happens. And
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
we need to open up the conversation. So I want to thank everyone who's also contributed to that. All the bands that reached out to. Big Mac, there with Embering Effigy. Thanks, dude. We may or may not also have talked to Big Mac.
Yeah.
And that episode might come out pretty soon also. Just
Yes.
and so yeah, like Mayhem said, go to rockmental.com/help. You'll see all the links there. If you know, and we're hoping to get some new partnerships also, just to try to get you all the resources you get, the help that you deserve.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's right. So
What's
are we ready?
next? Yeah,
That was like
we're
the
still.
fastest intro ever.
I know.
Yeah,
we
we're-
flew through it.
Are we getting good at?
We might-
I think we're getting good at these.
Yeah.
We're actually ahead of time, believe it or not.
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
This episode might not be 2 hours.
So what you're saying is we have 5 minutes to kill?
No.
All right,
We could go on a tangent.
We could go
Probably
on a
turn
huge
on the
tangent.
ADHD.
Are we like? Did you guys take like your ADHD stuff?
No, absolutely
Oh
not.
no, I just drank a bunch of coffee and.
Yo, what's up, Oscar and Jeremy on Instagram?
Dayquil.
Hey, what's up,
What's
Oscar
up?
and Jeremy?
What's up? All right.
Welcome to the pit.
Welcome to the pit, boys.
Yes, sir.
Or people, whoever. I don't want to assume.
All right, going along. Let's get to the music, guys.
Oh yeah,
Do it.
That's what we're here for.
Yes, that's exactly what we're here for. So as you guys know, or if you're new to the show, usually we'll do a lot of research, try to listen to a lot of new bands, a lot of new artists to bring to you guys here. So we'll usually pick one artist a week, one band a week, and showcase 2 of their songs here on the episode. And we'll go through the songs, what they made us feel. We'll go through the lyrics, and just why we were drawn to this music.
Mhm.
We usually try to keep it 50,000 monthly listeners or less. Trying to keep it,
Most of us do.
no, hey, that happened once or twice, and they were international. But but yes, we try to keep it. We try to keep it to up and coming bands,
Yeah.
that need the showcase, that we really need
Yeah.
to spread their music.
Oscar said, "What's up, fellas?"
What's up, Oscar?
What's up, Oscar?
So,
We'll have the Spotify barcodes on the screen when we play for you the music, the bands
Somewhere.
and the songs. So that way,
Somewhere up here.
please go out and listen to this music. We do this research with a lot of love and a lot of we put a lot of work into it. So
Yeah, for sure.
these bands deserve it. So please go ahead and search out the barcode and take a listen. That being said, who's going first this week?
You know what, boys? I think I have.
oh, you got.
I will.
Oh, you want to go first?
I will take the lead. I will
All
say, I think this is the first week in a long time where we have not heard each other's bands.
Yeah.
We have no idea. Usually, sometimes we'll be like, "Hey, look at this! Hey, look at this band!" Or
Yeah.
"Hey,
No,
hey,
no, no.
I have a band that's called this." We know nothing about each other's bands, so our reaction is going to be just like yours. Okay, and I'm so stoked. I think we brought this week. I feel there's an energy here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an energy here. I think all of us are very confident. We're gonna have some good stuff. So, if we can scroll down a little bit on that.
Oh, my bad, my bad, my
Here
bad.
we
You're
go.
good? All right. So, I got a badass band.
Oh yeah.
I got a really good band, guys. Because this week was kind of weird,
Mm-hmm.
I had to pick a weird band.
Okay.
All right?
Weird band.
But these guys are a good kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to like it. Their name is Jupiter Hollow.
Okay.
Ooh.
They out of Ontario, Canada, for
Okay.
those up north who are kicking ass up there. They are so unique. And before I say any more, I want you to hear this first song because it is crazy. I somehow the algorithm brought Jupiter Hollow to my playlist,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just one of those like, what's that? And you play it again, you're like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this? And you play it again. What the hell is this? And you play it again. It was just
Mhm.
over and over. And these guys are just really good musicians, really good storytellers.
Yeah.
Like this is so cool. So I'm gonna play this first song.
What's it called?
It's called Distant Shadow. We're gonna start from the beginning. You're gonna hear a lot.
Okay.
A lot is going to happen. Okay. And it's gonna be a trip. It's gonna be a trip. You guys, I think, are gonna enjoy it. They have some very distinct sounds. You're gonna hear a lot of different influences.
I'm excited.
All
now.
I just want you guys to listen.
All
This
right.
is so cool. So I know. Figure. Are we ready?
Yep. What
Are we-
time?
This is "Distant Shadow" by Jupiter Hall.
And then I kissed you, and the colors melded into grace. It's funny how it
Journey?
falls
Very emo-ish in a way.
so
Okay.
Ah, I hear the journey.
Yeah.
Great.
We got a chat from Big Mac that said y'all should check out Brothers in By Way of Fire.
Brothers by River.
Oh,
Yo, what's up, Magic Jack?
What's up, Mad Jack?
Hey, what's up?
oh, suck. I was about to say.
Wait, and then.
So like,
Wait.
so it goes from like Journey to like Rush,
Yep.
and then like
Metal.
metalcore me like for a split second there.
Okay, but so at first when I heard this song, I thought, was this Rush trying to cover a Tool song? But then,
It's probably the best description I've ever heard.
right?
of anything.
It's Rush trying, because both of them are allergic to time signatures, and then they just go to different styles. Okay, the only way I can describe it is, okay, let's say Rush and Tool got together and made a love child, and then that love child got together with Codeine and Cambria and made another love child. And then that love child got together with Mars Volta and had another one.
Like Tom Sawyer's Stinkfist.
Yes, pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh,
Definitely hear Rush because they're, fellow Canadians.
yeah.
But man, like they're prog metal defined.
Oh yeah. Oh
But I mean, this is such, like, it's not music, it's art. Like
Yeah.
they're
No,
telling
it's-
a story. It was so weird, but like you just get enthralled in just the craziness. The you have the slow intro and like the nice melody and it's exalted and then ding 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 and then the loud like what the hell, and then the double time. I mean, it's so awesome. So Jupiter Hollow is the brainchild of Grant McKenzie, guitarist,
Okay.
and he also does the bass track. And then Kenny Perry, he's the vocalist. He has like all these crazy weird fake stuff and on his music videos. It's really cool.
Okay.
And he also does the drum track. But the live, they bring in John and Nathaniel.
Mhm.
I mean, like, talk about
Mhm.
musicianship, talk about
Oh, yeah.
these guys are just, they're in it for the art. What they've done is really cool. They are independently, releasing music. They're not,
Mhm.
they're unsigned,
Okay.
and they're doing it intentionally because they really want to bring their art
Mhm.
out. They have really intense themes about loss, about hate, about some of the stuff that's going on in the world.
Mhm.
And but they use storytelling.
Yeah.
It's so unique and so authentic, and it's just like, wow, like
Mhm.
what,
Yeah.
right?
It's like listening to like At the Drive-In or the Mars Volta or Tool, and you're like, "Fuck was that?" And then like you're waiting for what comes up next, and I was a little caught off guard because you really don't listen to that
No,
kind of stuff,
I know.
but it kind of touched a little bit of everything for me, like the classic rock sound, and then you had a little bit of metal in there.
Yeah.
And dude, I like it.
It was good. It's a good weird.
Yeah.
I
It-
like
it is
weird.
a very good weird.
It's a
very good
very good
weird.
weird.
You know, you said Coheed and Cambria, and that's exactly who rushed to the top of my head.
Well, because Coheed also does that storytelling element.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do. That kind of like higher voice too.
The upper register, yeah.
Yeah, the upper register was pretty good.
Mhm.
But then you're right. The way it changed, the time signature, and
Oh, yeah.
just the way it changed tones. I went to one of my favorites, Follow Troy.
Ah, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, because they'll be singing, and then all of a sudden they're screaming. They're
Yeah.
in your face
All right.
hardcore.
All right, guys, I gotta interject. I got a chat from Magic Jack. Hope you guys are well. It's been a rough week for me from my arthritis accident up. I'm only 26 and have arthritis. and the anniversary of my godfather's death was today. It's been
man.
pretty rough, but it's okay not to be okay. And as a man, I cry when I have to.
Amen.
Hey, cry it out, bro. We got you.
Yep.
Exactly. It's all right to
It's-
cry, man. It's a sign of strength. You're comfortable and being vulnerable, and I think
Mm.
that's something that we as men need to learn is how to
Yeah.
be vulnerable.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
And sadness and grief and loss are totally normal human emotions. And so, yeah, dude, like cry it out. Do what you need to do. You got your brothers and sisters in the pit, man, that will support you 100%. And sorry you're going through that. Dude, I've had arthritis for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I was 26 a long time ago. But definitely hear that. It sucks.
Oh yeah, I injured my back in my 20s. Still, actually, I can hardly like sit up straight right now because of it, and I absolutely can sympathize with that chronic
Yeah.
pain, man.
Yeah,
But
it
just do
sucks.
the best you can to take care of yourself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Do the best that you can. Death anniversaries.
Yeah.
Like, Paddock was saying, it's hard. You feel like you process. You'll go through your stages of processing someone's death of
Yeah.
a loved one, of someone close to you. Then, man, I had a really good friend of mine pass away years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
it's been years. And
It's-
you feel like you process it. I feel like I've gone through it. On a special date or his anniversary will pop up, and
Yeah.
man, some days it just feels like day one again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just hits you, and it feels like day one again, and it's
Hard.
It's hard,
Mm-hmm.
but especially with therapy, because I felt like I hadn't processed it well enough
Yeah.
all those years. It's okay to feel that way.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay to, like, feel your feels. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's, just don't dwell on them. But if it's sad, if it's a bum day, it's a sad day. Have
Yeah.
a bum day. Have a sad day. Get up tomorrow, and I'm like, all right, I let myself have my day. Time to
Yep.
time to keep going on now. Time to not dwell in there.
That's right.
So it's okay,
Exactly.
Magic, man. If you have to, you have to. It's
Yeah.
sometimes you just have to
Oh.
let your feels come out.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Oh, that sucks about your arthritis. I think Figured has some stuff about that.
Yeah, I have arthritis too. I'm 19 and I've had arthritis since I was 12. So.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, and losing your job to injuries always sucks.
Oh, yeah, been there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's rough going, bro. But we feel for you. Do what you need to do. You got your support here at RockMental, and everyone in the chat, everyone watching. That's what we're here for. That's what the community is. Reach
Exactly.
out to someone, put your hand up, just like Jack did, and someone will grab you.
Exactly.
That's what we do. Cool. And you can also listen to some Jupiter Hollow.
Yeah.
Some interesting stuff. All right, let me get in my next song. This one's called Incivility. This one is just, again, talks about like just the shit going on, like
Yeah.
just how uncivilized we've become with each other and just with all this stuff going on. So take a listen. This is Incivility. We'll start from the beginning.
All right. There's that Kobe kind of.
Yeah.
I see
That's
Yeah.
open your heart. I guess I'll move inside, twist your words and bend the night. I won't that I would sell
Hey, Maynard, huh?
Sounds like Maynard, maybe a little Davey Havoc, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
yet you walk with
I'm waiting for it. That shit. There's definitely that tool,
That tool build up, right?
buildup, and then kind of like the grind in the guitars,
Yeah.
kind of building up the suspense. Yeah.
This is Coheed right here.
Yeah.
And all the harmonies,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like an anthem, like a.
There you go.
It is.
Mhm.
It is. And they've been putting out music. I think they've been around for a few years, and they've been kind of just touring around the
Mhm.
I think Ontario, Toronto area, up there in Canada. They have a really big following in Canada.
Yeah.
They actually put out a new album, but they did it completely different. Their new album's called Bereavement, but they didn't put it on Spotify.
Okay.
So the only way you can get it is if you go on their website. I think it's jupiterhollow.ca.
Mm-hmm.
And you sign up and you get to put your email, and that's fine. Okay, whatever. But it's an immersive experience because track by track, they have a video and they talk about what that song is about.
Oh.
So that like you'll see Grant and Kenny just there sitting and they're talking about, oh, this song's about this, and they use it as a story, and I think they it's almost kind of like a Gohei, like, you know, like what Gohei, like he wrote a comic book, right?
Yes.
And some of the songs are talking about that. This is exactly kind of that. It talks about, I guess, like an alien spaceship landed on this weird planet, and they had to like learn what's going on, and so they're using the alien, I guess, as a way to explain what's happening in society.
Yeah.
It's a really neat concept, but they take you through it.
Yeah.
They'll take you through the drum playthroughs, the guitar playthroughs. They'll go through the whole thing, the whole album.
Yeah.
There's like 9 or 10 songs. It is crazy, like just how creative the creative ways they're doing to get their art. Like I said, they only have 1.1 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Ooh.
Like crazy low, and these guys are so talented. Really, a lot of the music comes from Grant. He's the guitar. I mean, he's just the one creating compositions, man. That's what they are. And so like I said, it's an immersive experience. Check out their website. It is so cool, like just a new way of enjoying and finding new music. And they're just the focus on art and storytelling has just been
Very avant-garde.
very avant-garde, very Fall of Troy, very just
Fall of Troy, just different.
different.
No, it's weird. It's good weird. I like it.
Yeah.
But what I love though is that they're focusing on like sharing the art.
Yeah.
And it's using that as human expression. It's really cool.
I mean,
I got a little artsy this week, guys.
yeah.
Okay.
It's all right.
I like
They're
it.
good. I mean,
like it.
we had bands like Fugazi in the late 80s that would do stuff like that. They just rejected the model that existed at that time. We're like, we're gonna do our own music.
Yeah.
Pop-up shows in some park in DC or whatever. Like, that's art. Like,
It is.
they're really creating the art and sharing it, and I think that's really great. That's incredible, especially for kids who want to get into music.
Oh yeah. They're incredible.
Oh yeah.
We got an update from Magic Jack.
Yeah, he said therapy was a lifesaver, and I'm lucky that I'm indigenous and he gets therapy for free. I'm
Oh,
grateful
there you
for
go.
that,
All right.
because I know that most people have to pay for therapy. He's a trauma therapist and helped me realizing that the past is the past and it can't hurt you.
That's right.
And it took me a while to come to terms with accepting myself, even though I'm down. I've been through worse, and it's gonna wreck me because I deserve to be here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. We're
Yes.
glad you're here.
That's
Exactly.
Glad
the
you're
work.
here.
That's
Yeah.
the work that
Absolutely. It's people like you that's helping the community in ways that you don't even understand. My previous counselor before I moved here would tell me, I go through stuff too, and I'm a professional at this. He said, I have to talk to somebody, especially if I talk to someone with very difficult situation.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
He said, I have to go talk to somebody.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, a hand up for a hand up, and it's great. It's great to have a lot of people in the community, especially in the indigenous communities.
Oh yeah.
Underserved communities need so much help, and it's really great to hear that you're helping the people within your community.
Absolutely.
And being able to talk about it, because I know, one, being man, and two, in our culture, in the Hispanic culture, sometimes it's frowned upon.
Oh yeah.
Or it's even looked down to say, yeah, I go to therapy and I've helped me, to be brave enough to be open about it. That way, other people who are going through their stuff, finally have the courage to seek out help and go talk to a therapist.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Who's next, boys?
I think I'll go next.
Oh,
this week's
okay.
Winner.
Let's see.
I also went different.
Okay.
So this is what happened. What had happened was I started doing my research, on Monday after the show, and I arrived at this artist, and I was like, okay. I listened to the first song as I put the old AirPods on, and I was like, I'll listen to a few songs. I listened to her entire discography.
Dang.
And
Deep dive.
oh yeah, and man, is rough. So the artist's name is India Arkin. She's from the UK.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you how many listeners she has.
All right.
Until you to listen to her music, but oh man,
Yeah.
it's like a kick to the blood muscle, man. Every single one of her songs I just connected with, and she's singing about obviously things that going on in her life, and I don't exactly understand, but the few lyrics that I heard, I was like, oh fuck. It was like, oh. So my squishy spot's a little sore from listening, but the first song I have is called Senseless. We'll start at 25 seconds.
I wish I was senseless. What a treat for senses. When the most human bit feels like pulling you in. How I wish I could stay here. And there is gone bitter. It's like cling to your friend. A familiar face, but
Wow.
Radiohead guitars.
Yeah.
It's really heavy, but not like
Yeah.
all heavy.
Some of her music has some like psychedelic elements.
Yeah.
She's kind of like this other British artist, Finley.
Okay.
She sings a
Yeah.
lot of like more so like on the side of pop, but like really psychedelic kind of sounding music. At times kind of similar, but more of like Florence and the Machine kind of
Yeah.
the voice, but then the music behind it's also very engaging with like that rock sound. So
It is. Well, and I mean, her voice is awesome because like it's hard to do the
mhm,
like building up and doing those like afflictions
mhm.
on your voice. It's hard to do that lyrically, but then
Yeah.
also fitting into the songs. Like, wow, it's just
Oh yeah.
flawless. Okay, I cannot. I'm going to guess that she has a. If you brought up followers, so I'm gonna say she has 3K followers.
I'd say closer to 10.
Closer to 10. 390.
390.
390. That's it.
Damn.
She's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And let me
Wow.
get these lyrics for you. This song was like the first kick to the
I mean, my
soul.
my squishy spot got a little more squishy.
Yeah. So it says, "Oh, I wish I was senseless. What a treat for the senses when the most human thing feels like pulling you in. How I wish I could stay here, but the mirror's gone bitter as I cling to your frame, a familiar face, but you don't know, you don't know." So I took that to mean like wanting to be numb, and that this was like me during my substance abuse, just numbing myself because I didn't want to feel anything.
Yeah.
And wow, just
Yeah.
that soft spot, man. Whew.
You know, I didn't get the whole while she was singing,
Yeah.
but like especially at the beginning, you know, I don't mean like the senseless. It like sometimes just a few lines really drag you in, and you're
Yeah.
like, well, man, I didn't even I wasn't even like, okay, hey, what does the music sound like? I was just instinctively drawn into her
Oh, yeah.
voice, to,
Yeah.
like, what she was singing about. It's, and we've talked about it before. Like for me, it was going back to Marlo. Like sometimes you just listen to the story they're trying to tell you, to what they're trying to convey,
Yeah.
and you're like instinctively you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're there.
Exactly.
Well, we talked about authenticity the other week.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
Like, I believe her. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell.
yes.
In her voice, you can hear the heartache.
Yeah.
And, man, this next song though, I'm not gonna lie. This weird fluid began to accumulate in my eyes.
Allergies?
Oh,
Boogers.
no, it wasn't boogers. This song's called "The Fear,"
Oh,
The fear. Okay, I already like
and
it.
the
Okay.
first You guys gonna know exactly the first few lines. Oh, we'll start at 15 seconds.
All right, let's do it.
I'm doubtful of this place. Oh, how thin the air as we search for the lost ones
A Fiona Apple.
who
Kind of, yeah.
as they lost their lives to the fear. Could a God truly love us?
Mazzy Star guitars, perhaps?
Constitutions above us to find your name, but you scramble for words as you're caught in the hurricane. And you're shot by the noise as the bombs to deploy around it.
Wow.
With nothing to fear.
They're so good, dude.
With nothing to fear.
Guitar reminds me of something.
Dude, just so good.
Oh my god.
So
Really good.
for those of you who don't know, I lost 5 of my friends to suicide, and it hurts. It still hurts. And hearing the opening lines of this song, man,
Yeah.
it made me revisit a place that I didn't want to. And a lot like our friend, it's just hard, to go back to a place that hurts. I mean,
Yeah.
you with your parent, me with the friends that I lost. But she starts, I'm doubtful of this place, of how thin the air is, as we search for the lost ones who suffered in here, as they lost their lives to the fear. Could a
man.
God truly love us, but watch us in pain? Constitutions above us define your name, but you scramble for words as you're caught in their hurt around here. So, like, you're thinking about these
Damn.
people that you lost, and you challenge the fairness, whether it be to a deity or whatever. Like, how is this fair? How can someone
Yeah.
claim your name and all this happening?
Yeah.
It's something that I struggle with for a long time. As I was grieving, I'm still grieving, and man,
Yeah.
it was exhausting listening to this.
Yeah, and it talks a lot about talking with organizations like Heads Up Guys and just survivors, people who've had family members and loved ones die by suicide. Just the themes of like they were suffering in silence. Like
Yeah.
we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And for a lot of us, when we deal with a loved one who does die by suicide, it's so hard to come to terms with that because you start looking back like,
Yeah.
were there signs?
What could
What could I have done?
have
Whatever.
done?
And unfortunately, and I think this is kind of going to that point about like you said, a God, a higher power, or like what it says,
Mhm.
constitution, like a government. I think it means like society
Yeah, in
as a
general,
whole. I mean,
yeah.
that's why we're here. We're here to talk through and break through this stuff, because one thing our society has done is just made it so hard
Yeah.
to be vulnerable, to always keep going, right? Always
Yeah.
keep going. You got to run the rat race. It's always about success and money and
Mhm.
fuck everyone else. And we're not taught to just slow down,
Yeah.
take a look around, see what's going on around you, take a look at the people around you,
Oh yeah.
and just saying, what are we doing here, right? Because money and success and all that shit, this is the material, right? That's not what's gonna that doesn't make the world go round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I totally get that, man. It sucks because
Man,
Yeah.
it's a really good commentary.
Yeah.
it really is. You guys mentioned suicide. For me, it hit me on the soft spot. I've lost friends to substance abuse,
Mhm.
lost loved ones to substance abuse, and it's that line. They we lost him to the fear.
Mhm.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And that just
Yeah.
that hit me.
Yeah.
That was their fear. That was their pain. That was
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I lost them to that.
Yeah, dude.
And it's
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people, again, society likes to pigeonhole people who become addicted to
Mhm.
substances as they're low lives, that they're addicts, that they're,
Mhm.
Yeah.
they're not deserving of help. But that's
Yeah.
it's not true. These are people who are suffering, that are hurting, that are
Mhm.
using the substances
Yeah.
to
numb.
numb themselves, to self-medicate, to try to feel better,
Yeah.
right? But it's gotten so, to me, it's gotten so far where, you know, you see all these ads for booze and like, you know, all these other
Mhm.
things, like in art, and especially in our culture, like you're more accepted if you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Then if
Than you are if you say you're recovered.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Or then if you say like, I'm depressed.
Mhm.
If you come out publicly and say, hey, I have depression, people look at you like a freaking leper.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, like you're damaged. But if you
Yeah.
come out, I'm alcoholic, you're like, hey, me too. Like, it's a cool, fun thing, and it's
Mhm.
not. Like,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's so backwards, and I think that's kind of what I mean. At least you're talking the lyrics out. That's kind of what I
Yeah.
got of it. Just
Yeah.
how backwards things have gone, man.
Oh yeah. And I think if we're thinking about the same person, it just kind of came out of nowhere. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck, like
Mm.
how did this happen? Like it's just I think a lot of the shock that comes with it is something that's dismissed, like,
Yeah.
oh well, you know, they're do drugs. And like
That,
Yeah.
that
it's just
doesn't
something you
excuse
don't
it.
want to talk about. They're taking drugs for a reason.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not because they're fun. And anybody out there, drugs are not fun.
No, they're not.
And you take them for a reason. And man, I just wish that, you know, the five guys, the person you're talking about would have just said, dude, I can't. I don't know how to cope anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that my substance abuse didn't get that bad, but you know, I actually got help in time to actually be able to recover
Yeah.
from stuff.
Yeah.
And man, whew.
Well, we got people like Magic Jack out there that
Oh,
help
yeah.
people in the community to let them know that, you know, they're
Yeah.
not alone and that there is someone to talk to. So
Exactly. And yeah, substance abuse in the indigenous communities too, man.
it's
Man,
bad.
there's got to be something done about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Magic Jack, if you have an organization that works in the indigenous communities, please send us an email, info@rockmental.com.
Yeah.
We're more than happy to put any of that up on our webpage.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But this young lady, India Arkin,
Yeah, Arkin.
again, just recently signed
I'm gonna
from the UK. Every single one of her songs was like a gut punch, man.
Oh my
Going
god.
covers everything: misogyny, like toxic relationships,
yeah.
loss. Oh man, but she is so good,
Mm.
and a lot of her music is kind of like that kind of slow, almost Nora Jones kind of
There
pace.
you go.
There, okay, there you go.
Kind of like that pace, you know. Nora Jones kind of just takes her time with the song and builds up, but then she also have moments like Findlay, like I said, where it's
Yeah.
just really powerful. And 390 monthly listeners, which is
That's
incredible.
ridiculous.
But she has been signed through a subsidiary of, I think it's Sugar something Records. Figure, I think people might know that. But she's incredible. Dude.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And I know I mentioned Fiona Apple, but I mean, she has that same raw edginess to it, but
Yeah.
she does like, I love the bends
Mhm.
that she makes in those notes, the up and down. It's so really
Yeah.
good, and the guitar sounds really. God, it reminds me of something. Like the first song kind of reminded me of. You guys remember what's his name? They did Natalie Portman. Weird dude.
The Shins guy.
Not the Shins guy.
I know who you're talking about.
Long hair, kind of the weird. Devendra Banhart. Weird guy, but actually Natalie Portman was one of his music videos.
He's not the ballet guy.
No,
Okay.
not the belly guy. No, but he some of his music has a lot of those like guitar like melodies and counter melodies and little sounds. That's what it
Yeah.
reminded me of.
Yeah.
I'm like, this reminds me of that.
Yeah. The second song for me was Mazzy Star.
Yeah, I heard my
Kinda-
Yeah.
I heard that.
But,
India Arkin is signed to 1921 Records.
1921.
Yep.
Well, hopefully we'll get that number up from 390,
Yes.
guys. Go
Yeah,
give her a
got to.
follow.
For sure, man.
Good
And
stuff.
if you've ever gone through anything like that, I suggest you listen to her because, man.
And
Yeah.
apparently, 1921 is a pretty big record. They are owned
Yeah.
by HMV, which
Oh,
is one of
yeah.
the largest retail stores in the UK.
Yeah.
So
And a lot of good artists there. So might have cheated a little bit and gotten some artists for the playlist next week.
All right, there you go.
But
There it is.
all right, so I think
Very good.
moving right along, my squishy spot's a little bruised right now, so I'm happy to move on.
yeah, it seems as though we've eaten that 5 minutes that
Oh.
that we saved at the beginning of the stream.
We're good.
Anyways, let's listen to the
To a group
first
of guys.
runner-up.
Oh,
First runner.
it's because they're Canadian.
They're just really different.
So let's go from one tough artist and hard to listen to, in a good way, in a very good way, song to another.
Oof.
So yes,
Oh,
We're in
I
our
don't know if I
feels
was
today.
emotionally.
I
ready
know,
for
I
this-
know.
for this episode, guys.
we went to the squishy. Let's stay in the squishy for a little
Ooh.
bit. The band I picked is called Rat Motel.
Mhm.
Rat Motel.
Rat Motel.
Okay.
Okay.
So it fits perfectly in this episode because they are a little weird avant-garde themselves.
Ooh,
Okay.
Their artistry, you know, their music has through different albums. They have the song part 3, part 4. You know,
Oh damn.
where they continue the story of that song.
Mhm.
They like to tell really elaborate, beautiful stories in their music. The band members are brothers,
Okay.
Seth and I believe Clayton Peacock,
Peacock.
from Columbus, Ohio.
Nice.
Okay.
They mostly tour out there in the Midwest. They have I think a couple of albums. They had a new single come out recently. They have 2 albums, a few EPs, but man, they have a unique sound. They
Mhm.
have a really unique sound.
Mhm.
And once you start diving into the lyrics, it just
Yeah.
Yep.
it's really good.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
The toxin popped in for a second. Hopefully they come
Oh.
back.
What's going on?
Hey,
Toxic?
what's up?
Yes.
They
How
were
are you
they
guys?
popped in on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
What's up, the toxin?
What's
Hey.
up, guys?
You guys make some pretty cool music.
Yeah, very good. music.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Really great
Yeah, you
music.
do. Yeah, you
Cool.
do. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll talk to you all soon.
That would be great.
All right, back to Rap Motel. I apologize.
No. So yeah, you know, brothers Seth and Clayton Peacock from Columbus, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to give too much of a mystery. 870
Oof.
Yeah.
800. What?
800. Yeah,
Damn.
we went.
We went obscure,
We-
man.
all
we,
of us went obscure.
Yeah,
this
we
week.
dug deep.
We dug deep.
I don't think there was an episode where my band has the most listeners.
No.
Wow. Okay.
870 monthly.
I gotta
listeners.
interject again. See you, Magic Jack. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
Bye, Magic.
Yeah.
Bye.
And
Thank
then
you.
Drop us a line, dude.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
Bella, first time chat. Welcome to the stream. We're RockMental.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome.
Hey.
Yes, we do say y'all around
Uh-huh.
here.
Yeah. So band so far, India Arkin, the Toxin who have joined us. You have to check them out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jupiter Hollow.
Jupiter
Jupiter
Hollow.
Hollow. They're
Very,
pretty good too.
very artistry.
Mhm.
Yes.
Prog
Yeah.
metal.
And
Thank you so
then
much for watching, guys.
Now we're gonna listen to Rap Motel.
Yep.
The first song is called Dog.
Okay.
Dog. Let's go ahead and start about 15 seconds in.
I saw a dog in my window today.
Ooh.
I asked him if he needed a place to stay.
It reminds me of Alt J.
A little bit, yeah.
Said, come on in while you waiting in the rain. I couldn't shake this bad feeling, you know. See that nothing went like it's supposed to go. I should have known this all my life. About feeling about to
A lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very chaotic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I like the lo-fi kind of feel to it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guitar kind of reverb
Yeah.
to it.
Bella said Jack said you guys were great, so I thought I'd check you guys out.
Well, thank you, Jack.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
so much.
recommendation.
Thank you,
Thank
Jack.
you.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Well, that was Dog by RockMental.
Yes,
Really,
Yes.
really good.
really good. I know you talking about a dog. You know, I saw a dog in my window today. I asked him if he needed a place to stay. He said, "Man, if it ain't no thing, I just need a few days to get back in my swing."
Mhm.
Said, "Come on in. Why are you waiting in the rain?" I couldn't shake this bad feeling. Seemed like nothing went like it's supposed to go. I should have known, cause all my life a bad feeling never turned out all right.
Mhm.
Shit.
Well, he woke me up in the middle of the night. Said, "I just gotta go, man. This doesn't feel right." I said, "Do what you need to." It was nice to talk again. Bad to see you leave. Climbed off the roof. He jumped off the side. I couldn't shake this bad feeling. Seemed like nothing went like it was supposed to go. Should have known, cause all my life a bad feeling never turned out all
Dang.
right. So yeah, it's
That's-
talking about that dog, but
Feeling.
The bad feeling.
kind of how we were just talking about India.
Mhm.
Darken.
Not knowing when someone close to you needs the help,
Exactly. But you
And-
get a
and-
bad feeling.
and having that
definitely.
bad feeling
Mhm.
and can't
Yeah.
shake that bad feeling, and knowing someone, especially after the fact, knowing someone needed the help you wanted to give.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you get that feeling, just fucking ask.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Even
Uh-huh.
the slightest hint of a feeling, you'll be surprised at what people will tell you.
Mm.
It really hit me in that. I mean, we were just talking about it.
Mhm.
It just really hit me in that spot where, especially someone with substance abuse, something's going on.
Yeah.
There's a bigger issue underlying with everything, and especially if you lost someone to
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
What else could I have done? Did I
Yeah.
not open my door for them enough?
Yeah.
Did I not open my heart, my ears
Yeah.
to them enough?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you're left with these questions the rest
Yeah.
of your life.
Yeah.
But
It's the guilt. Yeah.
yeah, it is. It really is. So, great music, very
Yeah.
artistry, very, very.
Mhm.
That was really good.
It was really good. But I was catching the story, and I was like, and once I read the lyrics, I was like,
Mhm.
oh,
Well, and-
oh,
yeah, and I mean, I think how many times, have we seen someone that you're like, hey, you don't want to come on by, let's go hang out, and you
Mhm.
hang out, and it's all cool, whatever, but you don't really talk about this stuff, right? Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
a lot of times, especially if you haven't seen this person in a long time, like you keep it very surface level. Like, how
Yeah.
you been? Oh,
Yes.
pretty good. How's work? Oh, it was pretty good. How's work for you? Oh, it's good. But then like you say, like, all right, man, see you later. But you had this like something's up.
Feeling. Yep.
Something's wrong, something's going on, right? And I think a lot of us, like, you don't know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
you don't
it's
want to
hard.
you don't want to be presumptuous. You don't want to be like, well, I don't want to sound like a dick and say like he's doing something wrong, but at the same time can't shake that feeling,
Exactly.
Yeah.
right?
I had an experience about 15 years ago. An acquaintance. I didn't know the guy. He was in the military. Found out that I was in the military. We got to talking, and then he got really quiet. Like, "Are you okay?" He confessed something, and I was like, something that had happened to him in a wartime context.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And he was sobbing. Like,
Dang.
he collapsed and sobbed, and he had never told anybody what had happened. Like, we had to take him to the emergency room because he was just
Messed up.
broken.
Shit.
And you could tell it's just eating at him.
Yeah.
And all I said was, "Hey, how are you doing, man?" And knowing that we had a similar experience, he just let it go. And
Yeah.
it'd be amazing just asking someone, "Hey, so how you doing, man?"
Yeah.
Man. And looking back, having lost my friends like that, what if I didn't ask them?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Question it.
You question it. I hope he's all right, and I probably should check on him. But
Mm.
man,
Yeah.
after seeing that, after what I went through with my friends, and seeing him just like, I wonder if that was it. Just asking, you doing okay? How are you?
Yeah.
And man, whew,
I mean, who knows? Maybe you saved his life.
exactly. I don't know. And that's the thing. You know, it leaks, you know, like all that pain leaks, and at some point it's just the right person at the right time
Yeah.
asking, you all right? Like, are you okay? How are you?
When it has to come out, it has to come out. Man.
Exactly.
It just does more damage keeping pain in.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
It just,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
powerful stuff.
Very,
Yeah.
very powerful.
But yeah, Rat Motel. That's Rat Motel.
All right. Anyway, we'll get back on track.
Uh,
All right. What's that? You got next song?
Yeah. Next song is their latest single called Blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Now, more on the artistry side. But yeah, man, beautiful song. We'll go ahead and start it about 30 seconds in.
Mm-hmm.
1 sec, my bad.
No grind.
Too deep to try.
Change from that other song.
It did.
It reminds me of that Cradles song. You guys remember? Cradles by Suburban? Kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like.
Yeah, Bella says she's liked it too.
Very great vibe.
Yeah. It was like if Peter Steele from Typo Negative made emo music.
Yeah.
But dude, that I like that kind of. It's almost like menacing, kind of
Yeah.
like what
Hey,
he's singing.
it-
But then the music adds like an element that it's just very different for me.
I felt very like, you know, that kind of like the hair in your back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
just gets up and you're like, oh God, what's going on? But
Yeah.
you're still drawn to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But a little bit of the lyrics. Cut away to plain, like a winter and a name. I couldn't take the pain. Broken hand, splinter out of frame. It's
Jeez.
a little bit more artsy. You have to dig into,
Mhm.
you know, watch the paint dry on the wall. Feel the pain before you fall. I don't know, that sense of doom, kind of like that sense of like, you know,
Yeah.
something bad's gonna happen. Just I was drawn to it though at the same
Yeah.
time, and this is their newest single,
Yeah.
Blanket. But you know, it kind of just, I listened to a few of their songs on different albums,
Hmm.
and yeah, they change it up on you.
Yeah.
They'll change it up on you, and hey man, very good
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Very good music.
I mean, he changed his whole voice.
Yeah.
pretty much,
Yeah.
which is cool. Like that's something very few, not very few, but like it's hard to do. Like
Yeah.
it's
hard
Well,
to-
like, it
it's hard
reminds
to
me-
do well.
hard to do well. Like
Yeah.
like it reminded me sort of like Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
You know how he has like his hard screamy stuff, but then like he has like that haunting other
Yeah.
stuff, and you're just kind of like
and
whatever.
it works. So it works to deliver the
It deliver the
Yeah.
message.
deliver the message, deliver the point.
I gotta tell you though, like just hearing the voice and then hearing the lyrics, like reminds me. I know. Okay, we talk about it
Yes.
a lot here on the show, and I'll give you guys some context. It was a song where I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it today by Makeout Palace.
Yeah.
Shout out Makeout Palace.
Shout out Mega Pounds. So we had a discussion about feeling it, and it is that feeling, that emotion, that sensation of just, it could be darkness, it could
Mhm.
be anxiety, it could be whatever. It's that feeling you get, and you know it very well, but you don't know exactly how to describe it. Right? It's not necessary. It could be a lot of different emotions happening at the same time, or it could be one, but like you know it.
Yeah.
All right, 1 sec. Gotta interject. Magic Jack said he's spreading the word for us. Thank you so much.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Magic.
it. Keep doing it.
That's what we're talking about.
That's right. But like it, man, like we talk about, and I wrote a blog about talking about
Mhm.
it and discovering your it, because once you acknowledge what your it is and what it feels like, that's when you can start dealing with it. And I
Yeah.
gotta say, this song, his voice sounds like my it.
Oh,
Yeah.
When you said the
Ah.
curls, like the back of my head, like I feel this pressure, and I feel like this thing. I don't know if I got all tense because that's what my it sounds like.
Yeah.
And I think like the song title "Blanket," I think for me at least, I take it like they blanket everything.
Yeah.
They put a blanket over reality, over logic, over reasoning, and they say, "Just listen to me."
and that's that it feeling.
That's the
sometimes.
it feeling.
It
And,
blankets you sometimes.
and that's when you start doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
That's when because you're not thinking about things logically or in a very rational
Yeah.
way. You're just hearing this voice
Yeah.
of like,
Oh,
what's going on? What's happening? Everyone's mad at me. I'm a terrible person. What am I doing here? I'm
Yeah.
saying shit. Like, what am I doing? Like, you start that's that self talk. That's what my it's like, bro. Like
Yeah.
that to me, I get that, and that's what resonates with me.
Yeah.
yes.
I
That's
have
crazy.
one more chat from Magic Jack. He said, "You guys see that Acid Bath reunited? Almost cried seeing them perform live after 25 years."
Oh
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reunions lately.
Yeah.
Lately, yeah.
Crossfade.
Crossfade.
Crossfade. We'll get to that next block. We'll get
Yeah.
to that next block.
Yeah. Let's say, well,
we'll pocket that. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Magic Jack.
how about next time we'll talk about the reunions that need to happen?
That's true.
Yeah,
Good
that'd be
one,
my
very
good
good one.
one.
But man, yeah. So
Guys.
with the way you described it, that was like I felt like
Yeah.
that like, and especially for those of us with ADHD, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly that voice, that it back there, man. Shit.
We brought
We brought our game
Got some
today.
we
heat
brought our
today.
game, guys.
We're getting
good at this.
We're getting pretty
we?
good at
We're
this.
getting good at
Okay.
this.
Well,
let us
it
let
is-
us know who won in the comments, guys.
let us know which band you enjoyed the most, and
I-
what do you got figured?
I gotta say, I gotta go with Mayhem on this one.
Oh, Indie Arcade, yeah.
India Arkin was insane.
It's good.
I will say we all brought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music, please leave us a comment there as well. We're always checking them. We're always want to engage and hear from you. So even if you're not joining us live, we definitely want to hear from you what your impressions were on these artists.
Yeah, thank you guys so
Yes.
much for listening and watching and everything. Don't forget to share with a friend. Actually, I think we have a challenge this week. Go talk to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while.
That's right.
Call them
Yeah.
up. Be like, "Hey, man, you okay? How you doing?"
Yeah.
But really, when you ask that question, what's up? Don't just say what's up. Let's say how you been.
Are you?
How
Open-ended.
are you?
Yep.
How have you
Yes.
been? How you have been doing? And I think that will be a
Yeah.
conversation starter.
Yeah.
You know, it helps. And something I've gone through therapy, learning as I was new to therapy last year,
Mm-hmm.
asking a lot of these surface level questions. What's up? How you been? And
And so you get a surface level answer.
you get a
Good.
surface level answer.
Yeah.
And that's maybe how I got to know my therapist. But once we started talking,
Yeah.
the things you'll get out of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a simple variation of what's up or how you been. Just hey, what's been on your mind lately?
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it. I want to know.
Totally rewires people's
Yes.
brains right there.
Tell me something you've been excited. Tell me something you've been dreading lately.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more detail, and trust me, the things you'll get.
Oh, Baines
Yeah.
Manus gave Groompy a vote.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
You know
babes.
what? I might just put a little personal playlist, if you will, with some rap motel.
There you
Okay,
go.
very good. Very good.
But yeah, if you like what you're listening to, if you like what you have to hear, please subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that notify button, tell your friends. And another way you can help support us is with some merch. So we have some various examples here. We got a RockMental. This is more of our psychedelic line, if you will. The hat also has a little fun little design there. We have kind of a punkish design. We got a little metal design, which I think I wore last week. And so you go ahead and go on to rockmental.com/shop. We also have some Sonder.
Thanks, Bella.
Yeah. Thanks, Bella.
Thanks, Bell. We also have some Sonder Mountain gear. You'll see Mayhem and I have our official RockMental gear designed by Sonder Mountain. We also got some hoodies and some shirts there. Help us support our good friends at Sonder Mountain Apparel Company. If you don't know about them, they are so kick-ass.
They're really cool.
They have tattoo-inspired art that they put on t-shirts, hoodies, flannels. They have all sorts of any apparel you need, and they have awesome messages. You know, I want to give props to Kip Grange there, our good partner. This dude is part of the pit. He gets it. He's very open about his own struggle with addiction and his journey through recovery and wanting to help others. He partners with providers and treatment centers there in the Denver area to help people not just break the stigma but get healing. So we are proud to partner with Sonder Mountain on that. They have some kick-ass designs. So please head over there at SonderMountainApparelCo.com, I believe is their website.
Yeah.
And just it helps us do what we do, and we want to bring you more of the rock. So there's my shameless plug.
Yeah. So we got a lot going on in the music world.
Sweet, dude.
And Magic Jack alluded to, there's a lot happening. So I mean, just like you said, looking through was it Rock Feed? Allow Why, whatever rock. I personally subscribe to Metal Injection, which is cool.
Okay.
But whatever where you get your music news from, there's just so many headlines. There's so much going on. Like my biggest thing this week was Foo Fighters drummer kind of went on the old social media and said that he has been let go from the band.
Ooh.
And I mean, it was no animosity. It was, well, you know, publicly at least. Basically said like, the band let me go. And it's tough, man, because this kind of goes back to sort of like the Linkin Park discussion. Right? Taylor Hawkins had this very, you know, he passed away in a very similar way, you know, as Chester did. And so the band, you know, just like Linkin Park, Foo Fighters was left dealing with, you know, the loss of their brother, really, you know, founding member of the band. And, you know, like we said with Linkin Park, like they had to decide, A, are we still doing this? And B, how? And it's just an almost impossible task to replace a member, period. But to replace a member who, you know, very integral, but then, you know, dealing with the grief and loss of someone who passed away that way, while also still trying to, you know, carry their legacy through a new person. So I think, not to say that you know the cards were stacked against him, but it was a very difficult feat.
It's very hard to do. And if you think about situations like that, like Deftones went through that with their bassist, right? She got in an accident, eventually passed away, and he was an integral part of that. He was like the backup screamer in some of those songs. And like, how do you replace that? And Deftones have gone through several bassists, and I'm sure Foo Fighters are going to just try to find the right fit. Man, that's rough.
It's tough. You know, and it's, as fans, you know, we've talked about Linkin Park. We don't like the change. I mean, just for the band members itself, like it feels like you replace a brother. Replace a family member, man.
And you can't.
You can't, and they'll. You know, it's more than a struggle. Then maybe us fans really put thought into it.
I mean, what we can say is like, you know what, best of luck. Hopefully, you know, Foo Fighters will come out with some new music, and we'll be supporters there, man. But you know, things happen, and sometimes it doesn't work out, right?
Oh, Amenra. I've heard Amenra.
Magic
Jack. One of his favorite sad bands, Amenra. I want to say I've heard before. I'm gonna have to check that out. But let's see.
All right.
Cool. Brad Arnold from Three Doors Down, lead singer. Man, what a kick in the gut.
He got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
But it's stage 4, which means it's pretty much everywhere.
It's already started spreading,
And man, I mean, his announcement, dude, the strength that dude had just to get through it without just breaking down is incredible. A man of faith. He thanked all his fans, said, I got this. But man, that's that one hurts, man. And my heart goes out to him and his family,
That's
the
right.
fans,
Yeah.
dude.
3 doors down.
You know, just hoping for peace there.
Absolutely. I mean, they had to. They were on tour with Creed
Yeah.
actually, and so I think they had to drop off of that. So, hopefully, family, like you said. I mean, 3 Doors Down also a very, very integral band back in the 2000s. I mean,
Well, they helped shape the sound of music around that time with alt music,
Yeah.
with alt rock.
I think they kind of brought rock back to sort of its. Okay, guys, let's we did some crazy stuff. Let's come back.
Yeah, let's come
Let's
back.
come back. I
Let's
mean-
get back to the roots a little bit.
I mean,
Yeah.
how many of us back in the day did not sad sing "I'm here without you, baby"?
my
That's a
head went
first.
Oh.
to that, dude.
I mean, how many of you did not drive home in the rain and sad singing that song?
Yeah.
I know I did.
Yeah, and Superman.
Oh,
Superman, yeah.
Kryptonite.
Kryptonite.
Oh, there you go, Kryptonite.
That really good songs. But yeah, so
Yeah, that
tough,
one.
tough break on that.
Yeah,
one.
I was very surprised and heartbroken as well. I mean, that's
That's tough.
oof. Yeah. Let's see some allegations. Again, allegations being allegations.
Yeah, there's
Um,
stuff going on.
Insane Clown Posse. I want to say these allegations have been out for quite a while, but I
Yeah.
guess mistreatment of underage people.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's got their day in court. These are allegations. Let the investigations go as they are, but what they're being accused of is
Yeah, it's
very serious
Yeah.
and
very bad.
and-
Not cool.
yeah, and
Not-
just
not good.
I don't know if it's true or not. Obviously none of us do. I mean, everyone's gonna have their day in court. The
Yeah.
investigation's ongoing, but man, I just
Well, just it's deflating. Like
Yeah.
when you see bands and people that you listen to, or allegedly do
Mhm.
some unsavory things, and it sucks. But we can
Yeah.
attest to right is
Yeah.
right, wrong is wrong.
yeah, exactly.
Let's
There-
do that.
there's-
I
there's
just
no-
want to apologize. Bella just said I lost my best friend to cancer. She was only 23.
Jeez.
Man,
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
It's a tough
yeah,
disease, man.
losing friends at any age is difficult, but when
Yeah.
you're young, you don't
Yeah.
think about, I guess, death in that way, right?
No, you-
Yeah.
I mean, we're all, crusty middle-aged guys, so it happens a lot more at our age.
Yeah.
But that young, losing someone, we had someone in high school that
That's
passed
right.
away from cancer,
That's
and
right.
I remember just being how hard it was, just trying to cope because
Yeah.
you've never experienced that, and
Yeah.
wow, yeah, that's
Yeah,
rough.
Yeah.
So our hearts go out to you, Bella.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
it sucks. I lost my best friend at 19, and I mean, it wasn't to cancer; it was to traffic accident. But
Mhm.
it's still hard, and like you
Mhm.
said, it's hard to grasp. I'm still dealing with it today.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's
I
like
still
through
think
therapy.
about them
Oh yeah,
almost every day. Like,
yeah.
it
And
doesn't
That's
doesn't-
my
right?
and that's my journey through therapy too. Because at 19, I didn't know shit from shit.
exactly.
So I didn't know
You
how
don't
to deal with
expect
that.
it. You don't expect it. You don't think about it,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you don't know how to deal with it. You don't
Yeah.
know.
yeah,
It's really tough to go through death that young.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
How about now imagine a Slayer show.
Yeah.
You go to a show.
I think Big Mac knows exactly what a Slayer show looks
Yeah.
like.
Oh yeah. You go to a Slayer show. Got thrash,
Yeah.
metal. There's like blood and sweat and like
There's a
tetanus
pit.
and like
Okay, so there's metal fans, and then there's Slayer
oh
fans.
yeah.
Those are two different
Mhm.
breeds, right?
Yeah. And you go down to the floor and you're like jamming out and you look to your right, you look to your left and you see Kenny fucking G. That being
Kenny G, the saxophone?
yeah, the saxophonist. He's was it jazz saxophone?
Yeah, it's
like
What was the main riff that he had? The No.
he's the one that can like play continuously, right?
Oh,
that was his thing.
Yeah.
cyclical breathing, I believe they call it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he can blow the saxophone while breathing in at the same time. Crazy shit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He's an amazing musician.
Yes, but also apparently a fan of Slayer. So,
Oh wait, no, I think I saw this. It was this comedian dude, right?
uh,
That was talking about the story. Was it?
yeah, I think so. I read the headline and like the first paragraph, I was like, "There's no fucking way."
No, okay, I think I saw. I think his name's Craig. He came out and he said that he was I think was getting in contact with Carrie. I think Carrie from Slayer. He liked his comedy, so they kind of like say, "Hey, you want to come to a Slayer concert?" He's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I mean, let's go." I guess he went backstage and he saw Kenny G there, and he had to like, "Fuck, that Kenny G? The fuck?" And he I guess someone took a picture back then when the camera phones were big, you know, and I don't know what the craziest thing, because when he took a picture, he showed it on the whatever show he was on, and it was Kenny G chilling with like some carrying the guys from Slayer, but that wasn't the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing was you got the guys from Megadeth in a prayer circle.
Yeah.
Praying like it's, you know, right before we go on stage, you know, to go on a thrash metal concert, you know.
Hey man,
I think I saw that.
Yeah, that was crazy. And like, there's metal fans everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you had
yes.
told me, you know, saw Kenny G at a Slayer concert, I'm like,
That
no,
would-
the fuck you didn't.
That would not have been in my
Prove it.
Prove it.
that would not have been on my
Yeah,
my bingo card.
Magic Jack says the mosh pit is my habitat. It's great to just let off some steam. Real mosh pits help each other up when somebody falls and make sure
Oh,
everything
yeah.
is okay.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, I was at a concert a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
There's this guy being a little bit obnoxious in the pit. You know, he was a bigger dude pushing the smaller dudes around, and every time he crashed into the wall, I was like in the wall of the pit. You know, those elbows were a little too high for my liking, but you know, he ate shit.
yeah.
Yep.
He bounced like in a weird angle on some dude, and
Ate it.
I mean ankles like neck high, and his shoulder was on the floor. But you know, the lovely part of the battle pit, even if he was kind of being a little bit of an
Yeah.
a-hole, 2 or 3 guys went up to him, pulled him right up. I'm like, "You good, dude? I'm good."
Yeah.
And then
Continue,
rage on.
yeah, continue on the pit, and
Put those elbows down.
you know,
Garnett.
you know
Yeah.
what? You know what? He got brought down back to earth a little bit, and
Yeah.
he pitted a little. You know, he moshed a little bit more responsibly after that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a lovely thing about the
Yeah,
pit, man.
Yeah.
I
Hell yeah.
I was very fortunate to take Figure to his first mosh pit.
Ah, that's right.
And at the shows, I'm on the Sniffers, I believe, with Dice Spits. There was this young girl. She couldn't have been older than like 20,
Yeah.
like 4'6", like 80 pounds, soaking wet, tiny. And we're standing next to her and her boyfriend, and she turns to me, and is like, "I'm gonna get in the pit." I was like, all right. So we're at the wall of the pit, and she walks in, and the guys started elbowing each other, like pointing her out. All the guys just kind of put their hands down like that and just let her rage.
Yep.
And it was cool to see because you're accommodating like
Yeah.
someone who just wants to get it out.
Yeah,
And it's really cool. That was a really great
Yeah,
thing to see.
that's what we do in the pit, man. We love each other. We recognize it. We see each other.
Yeah.
We're saying, "Hey, I got you."
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Right.
every time someone drops something or felt, time out.
Yeah.
Stop what you're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
that
go-
sure happened
Yeah.
as well
Yeah.
too.
And you know, we talk about the first cardinal rule of, you know, hand up, get you know, help
Yes.
people up when they fall. What I also love to see in the pit is the sort of the second cardinal rule
Mhm.
is when you see an asshole doing assholey things, like
gets-
trying to punch people,
It's dealt with accordingly.
you know,
Yes.
trying to grab things he's not supposed to grab,
Mm-hmm.
right? Doing unsavory things, trying to, you know, just being a dick.
Yeah.
What happens?
I've seen
Karma.
a tooth get knocked out.
Yeah,
Karma.
you get kicked the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
They will pay for it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Immediate.
Oh, who am I thinking of that stormed the stage because he saw somebody?
Oh, that was Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
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 He stopped the entire show.
He
and
stopped
said,
the entire-
that asshole.
Yep.
That guy.
And he jumped
And
off
he
the
jumped
stage.
in.
Yeah.
I believe that guy was groping a young girl or
Yeah.
something like that, and he was pointing her out, and they didn't get to him fast enough, so he jumped in.
He-
That's the kind of energy
and
we
he
need.
got the house lights on. He got him in his face. The security came. Yeah. See, that's the kind of
Yeah.
justice that we need in
Yeah.
this society, man.
Oh yeah, any
All right.
violence towards someone that's weaker than you, whether it be a child or female, even a male that's younger or
Yeah.
smaller than you,
Mm.
this may be dealt with and dispatched
Yeah.
accordingly.
We're not saying violence needs to be involved. We're just saying justice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
justice.
like, man, let's just deal with it. Hold this person accountable.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Hold that person accountable
Mhm.
and make sure that they don't do that shit.
Bella said her first mosh pit was when she was 14.
Hey!
That's very young, the right
Hell yeah.
way.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start me up.
Shout out Bella's parents because
Yeah.
that's some good
That's some good
parenting
parenting right there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, yesterday was a national holiday,
it
gentlemen.
was.
It was.
It was a
Did we
national.
get the day off?
No, we did not. Well, it was a Saturday.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it nationally recognized?
It was one Trent Reznor's birthday.
Ooh.
60 years old. Happy
God
birthday,
damn.
Trent.
Yeah. Wow. Trent Reznor say,
Trent
man.
Reznor's 60 years old.
I have to say, as outspoken as he is very well put together, like in interviews and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets on stage and you're like, okay, this guy's a little mad.
Well, I mean, you talked about, if you haven't seen Mayhem's segment of Music Theory with Mayhem
Oh, yeah.
about how Nine Inch Nails was really the catalyst behind the grunge movement, go ahead and look at that on our YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
Music Theory with Mayhem.
Yeah, shout out Trent Reznor.
Shout out,
Yeah.
happy birthday,
We love
Yeah.
you.
Birthday.
Godfather.
Godfather of industrial. I will say he inspired me to just kind of stand up
Yeah.
for stuff, and just the way he spoke about politics and like this mental health thing that he was going through just really, I think, motivated me not only just to do this, but in my own personal life helping people with
Yeah.
mental health stuff.
Well, I mean, like you said in your Music Theory, just like the way that he talked openly about his own struggles and his own, battles really helped open up rock and other artists, especially in the grunge movement, to also say,
Yeah.
life isn't sunshine and
Yeah.
rainbows. Sometimes it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it really sucks.
Huh.
And here's what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
Bella said, my mom took me and my sister to Slam Dunk Festival, which was pretty cool as an emo kid.
Hey, all
That's
right.
cool.
That's pretty cool.
My
Hey.
first mosh was at a at
Yeah.
a Warp Tour.
Warped
Hey,
Tour.
Pennywise.
oh,
Ooh,
that's
that
good.
makes sense.
Anyway, that's a good one.
It was a big pit.
Yeah.
Big
Uh-huh.
pit.
Dude.
I want to say mine was Rob Zombie.
Oh, that is a very
Nice.
good one too.
It was
Oh.
yeah, pretty. I forgot if it was White Zombie or Rob Zombie. I'll have to go back in the records to look, but ooh, it was a good
Ooh.
one.
I had a more of a soft opening into mosh pitting. Mosh pit at an Incubus concert.
Incubus?
It was the most chill mosh pit.
Awesome.
Okay, their early stuff,
Hey,
science. There's some hard stuff.
Did they hand out a moist towel afterward?
I was gonna say they're just all like arms over each other's shoulders and sway.
No,
hey,
Yeah.
my first album that I ever bought was an Incubus album.
Yeah.
Incubus, you know what?
their science album had some like certain shade of green.
Yeah,
That
I
one's
remember.
hard.
Is that the
Yeah.
one with the guy in the face?
Oh, that's
One?
funny.
I
Maybe.
don't remember. I am old.
They do, but yeah, they got some gems.
They got some
like
got some
their little
bangers.
protest tune.
Yeah, they got some bangers. Yeah, Megalomaniac.
Megalomaniac,
I think that was the one I mushed.
That one kind of
A
goes.
certain shade of green.
Crow Left the Murder. That was the album.
That was the album,
Yeah, that was the
Megalomaniac.
That
But
was when I was 13,
but
14.
Make Yourself. They got some bangers there too. Not
Yeah.
just Pardon Me, but like a
True,
lot
true.
of the
non-radio.
the
friendly.
non-radio friendly ones,
Yeah.
the radio edit ones.
radio edit.
But like Science, man, they had so many good songs. Shade of
Mhm.
Green. I Miss You. That's a
I miss you.
Ooh.
woo. I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Incubus. I don't think Incubus gets enough love, man. They're
Yeah.
actually on tour, or
Yeah.
they showed up.
I think they picked up a couple artists, right? Like
Yeah.
they were missing an artist or two, and they picked a couple up.
A
They might be
bassist. They
recording.
pick up
Yeah,
a new bassist.
It's good.
Yeah.
I think the best pit that I've ever been in was at an Avenged Sevenfold concert.
Nice.
It was huge. It was like trying to get
Ooh.
from one side to the other was like Lord of the Rings. Like, it was huge, but it was so fun. I don't remember much of the music. I just remember it was like
I
a
just-
bumper cars.
I can just
man.
totally hear that country coming on and everyone just going,
Oh, it was that record too.
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Not to date myself, but it was that record too.
To be fair, like this Pennywise pit that it was
Yeah.
Okay, outdoor venue with multiple stages,
Oh yeah.
and everybody rushed to go see Pennywise. So you can imagine how big the pit was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You now remember a song that they played,
Yeah.
but I remember being a Pennywise fan since then. And
Yeah.
listening to music
Yeah.
after the rap.
Oh no, Pennywise is great.
They are
They're
great.
really great, and the mosh pits at the Vans Warped Tour.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
they're
There's
legit. Legit.
some top 10 mosh pits of all time, I
There you go.
imagine.
I,
There you go.
you know what? We
Bella
moshed to Katy
said-
Perry.
Okay, and I get crap for moshing the Incubus. All right.
It was a tiny mosh. It was a tiny mosh.
Bella said, "I just saw Ghost last month, but I'd love to go to a metal gig just too disabled these days to be moshing."
Ghost.
You know, I'm very curious about a Ghost concert. I would totally go to a
You
Ghost
know,
concert.
I-
Just to say I experienced it.
There was
Yeah.
Ghost
Yeah,
is
yeah.
kind of making a name lately, like kind
Okay.
of like a
Okay, here's a hot take. Hot take.
Oh.
Crazy tangent. Do you think Ghost is getting more popular now because of Sleep Token?
ooh,
Oh.
that's interesting.
Or let me reverse it. Is Sleep Token helping Ghost become a little bit more popular?
I mean,
Well-
it's not been. It hasn't been confirmed, right?
What?
Okay.
Oh, who's
No,
singing?
Yeah.
No,
My vote's
there's-
Hozier. My vote's Hozier.
Now there's a different kind of anonymous band, presidential. or
Oh
something like
yeah,
that,
with the mask.
Yeah.
with a mask, and you're like,
What
okay,
is going
who are?
on?
What's with the masks lately? Yeah,
Oh, Magic Dad doesn't know who.
Ooh,
So,
he's
so
okay.
LOL. I think I'll start kind of
the
the
second,
second one. So Bells agrees that Sleep Token I think is making
yeah.
Ghost more popular now
Well,
because of
Yeah.
Sleep Token's new music is
Yeah.
a lot gentler
the. It is, yeah.
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
their original stuff. So maybe people who are craving the harder Sleep Token stuff are gravitating more towards Ghost. But Ghost has
so.
They got some songs.
there's an interesting
yeah.
mix of
Oh no,
So-
he said he genuinely doesn't know who Sleep Token is.
Proceed with caution.
Yeah.
start
Keep your
at
expectations
the
a little-
beginning.
Viewer
Yeah.
discretion advised.
Yep. And then I believe Bella, or was it Bella or Magic Jack that Acid Bath Street?
Oh yeah, that's about. I think the
Yeah.
Magic Tag brought it up. Yeah, that's about. Hey,
Magic.
but I mean, yeah, there are a bunch of reunions. I mean, there's a okay. First off, can we talk about how many freaking tours are going on right now?
Dude, for
Everybody.
real.
Everyone's on
So
tour.
many.
Metallica's on tour. Disturbed's on tour.
Mhm.
Pantera's on tour.
Incubus.
Incubus is on tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have all these fucking festivals. Okay, Deftones are playing like at every fucking festival.
Yeah. Dude, in Europe, dude, how many
Yeah.
shows that are going on? Looking
yeah.
at the Instagram of
Yeah.
our friends. Holy shit.
But then like it's so cool because I remember like it used to be a Coachella thing.
yeah.
It used to be a Coachella like, oh, we're bringing, remember at the drive-in,
Yeah.
played together first time in like 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And that was a Coachella thing. But now it's almost like, you know, whoever's on tour, they try to bring people. So like Incubus, I don't know who they joined, but like you just like jumped on stage and like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Acid Bath, Crossfade
Yeah.
recently came back together.
Ooh.
You know, Crossfade's another one of those
There's,
Hey.
it's
They
kind of
were-
like Killswitch Engage, maybe a little bit,
They're-
not as
well known,
well known,
but they were ahead of their time.
yeah,
Yes.
Ahead of their
definitely.
time. I think at a Nemo show, Wheatus came out. They just came out of nowhere. Like, wait, what?
Wheatus, they
Remember
played,
Wheatus?
they played their song.
They played the one song.
You know, maybe what we should do for a segment, we should take a one-hit wonder and listen to all their music and try to make a case for why
They're
they
good.
should not be a one-hit wonder.
I like that challenge.
I like that challenge.
Like Harvey Danger, remember him with
I remember-
Flagpole City?
Oh, that's right. They had some other.
What about that Gotia guy? The
Goatee.
Goatee.
that we used to
I
know?
actually listened to the basics.
I think
Well,
he kinda
no,
gave
Natch.
in.
I know who I would pick. Thank you.
I'm gonna disqualify Taproot. I already know their
All right,
discography.
yeah.
It's not good.
Not
What
good.
about, what about Oasis with Wonderwall?
Ooh.
No, they had a.
Mhm.
2 other songs.
Yeah.
3-hit wonder.
The
I
thing, the
apologize.
reason people go watch Oasis is because it's like watching a car crash
you want
in
to see the
slow
brothers fight?
motion. You just go to see a fight.
Yeah.
All right, Big Mac from Embering Effigy said he liked that idea, so
All
sounds
right,
like, sounds like
I
our
like
next
that.
discussion topic.
great discussion topic.
I like that.
Okay,
I like that one.
Yeah,
we'll
so
bring it back.
if you want to see that, join us next week.
That's
We'll-
right.
Yeah.
We'll figure
We will-
something out.
We will-
Magic Jack said Ghost is great, but I love my hard stuff like death metal and grindcore. But
Mhm.
now I appreciate lighter stuff like old school rap and indie music.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
as we get older, we broaden our horizons.
dude, the self-titled Bon Iver record. I
Yeah.
believe it's
It's
self-titled.
actually pretty good.
Oh, dude, I could listen to that thing all day,
I
like
love Bon
multiple
Iver's
times a day. It
very
is probably one of the most beautiful records
Um,
ever made.
I'm pretty sure if you played a Bon Iver, I'll probably like, oh yeah, I know that song, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you. a
No,
Bon
you
Iver
can
song.
listen to the entire record. And it's
It's
just
really good.
It's just
Yeah.
very good. Yeah.
You know what record I listened to multiple times this
What's
week?
that?
Hugo's new.
Ooh,
album.
you know what I was listening to? Hobo Johnson.
Interesting.
I like the new stuff, man. I mean, Peach Gone, my jam.
Yeah.
Love
but-
peach scones.
The new one, ooh, yeah, very
mean,
good.
Well,
A lot of good music coming up.
a lot of good music. Well, especially our RockMental featured bands have a lot of new music coming out.
Oh yeah,
Our friends Lockjaw came out with a new single,
Uh-huh.
The Monster Inside, a few weeks ago, which
yeah.
was featured on Beyond the Pit.
We're gonna be at
Yeah.
their concert today, right?
We are going to. That's
Yeah.
what I'm wearing my Lockjaw. I got my hat. I'm ready
Yeah.
to go. I'm doing my stretches.
that's right.
I
that's
took my
right.
I took my joint medicine.
Yeah, I believe.
You know, I think I'm ready to go.
Yeah. If our friends from the Toxin are still on, they released a record, I believe, on Valentine's Day, if
Yeah.
my memory serves me correctly.
Yes.
Great stuff.
Yep.
Really
you guys
good.
check it
our,
out.
Our friends at Ambering Effigy are also going to start recording pretty soon.
Yep.
Big Mac, we can't wait to hear it. We will. I think that's coming out in fall. We will definitely be on that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's just new music coming out ever. I know our friends at Alibis are also working on some music right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing some Instagram shorts from within the studio. So thanks, Chris and Rainey.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
I saw on the Instagram from Clint, our friend from Kamikaze Zombie, re-recording some stuff and
That's right.
facility
Nice.
Hey.
some new stuff. Man, woo! it's gonna
And
be-
the Sniffers as well. We didn't feature
Dude.
them. They got popular right before we.
Yeah.
But
and the
they
Sniffers.
they started releasing some new stuff too.
yeah, their new record is great, and then they have some singles after that. Are,
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
good.
really good.
Yeah. I think our friends at Struck Down also
Yeah.
are going to release a
them
new.
too?
They're gonna release a new song here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
I got one of those mysterious emails from Pete, so we'll see. We'll check it out, Pete. Okay.
But, well, we have a playlist.
Yes, we do.
put music on every week. It's the music that we were listening to. Some of the bands that we kind of just listen to every day with some of the new bands. You want to go in the same order?
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
so. All
yeah.
right. So I put 3 songs on there. The first one is called Angel Fire. It's by this band, Black Orchid Empire.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little Deftones-ish. They're a little more like traditional hard rock metal.
Okay.
They're really good. They're a little bit up there. They got 15K listeners. They're UK based. Pretty good. Pretty good. They're kind of like I said, Deftones, a little mixed with Avenged
Mhm.
Sevenfold. Kind of a classic. Like if you
Yeah.
want just like a pretty good, basic. I think Magic Jack, you like these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Go check that one out. I got another song from Crash Karma. Have you guys seen Crash Karma? They're a metal duo. It's I don't remember the names, but it's a guy and a girl, and they're really cool. They have these really interesting social media posts where like you'll see her singing, and then like all of a sudden like a car will like run her over, but then the camera will pan around and like she's playing the drums.
Oh, what?
Like the camera, it's crazy, but their songs are really good. Like these are
That's
good
crazy.
metal, and it's actually
Mhm.
interesting because our friends at Alibis are going to be playing some shows with them.
Oh, okay.
So really cool stuff. They have 22,000 monthly listeners, but yeah, their social game is on
Mhm.
point.
Name
So
of the band again?
Crash Karma,
Crash Karma.
Mhm.
Crash Karma, both K's,
All right.
both K's. And then my last band, actually, speaking of reaching out to old friends, I actually got talking to my old friend Marty.
Okay.
Marty was probably one of the biggest influences in my journey into metal.
Mm-hmm.
He was, I guess, my guide,
Yeah.
siege, if you will, into the metal world.
Mhm.
And recently caught up with him online and just, same thing. Hey dude, how you been?
Yeah.
Oh man, things have been up. Yeah, me too. Like we actually talked.
Yeah.
We actually conversed and talked about our stuff. He actually said, "Hey, I have a band for you." And I'm like, okay. So this band is called Day Bloom.
Ooh.
They're a little more. They call themselves pop metal.
Pop metal. Okay.
They call themselves pop metal. And it's a little like, I know, like we talk about Sleep Token, how they started incorporating some of this poppiness into it. They kind of do that. Like the lyrics are a little poppy and like some of the hooks and everything, but the guitar and drums like actually pretty good, pretty dark. It's a female-led band. They're out of Salisbury, Maryland.
Ooh. Okay.
They only have like 1.7K monthly listens too, so
Mhm.
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. If you're into the poppy stuff, definitely give them a listen. But thanks, Marty, for the rec.
Have you ever heard of I think it's baby metal?
Oh
Yeah. Yeah,
Speaking of Poppy featured in one of their
That's
songs.
right.
Yeah.
poppy the yeah.
Yes. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's what that reminded me of.
All right.
All right, that's
For
good.
me, Indie Arkin got me in my feels, guys.
Yes.
I was listening to Bright Eyes all week. Still,
All right,
still like,
all right, one sec. Bella said, "Have you heard the song Angel Witch from the album Angel Witch by the band Angel Witch?"
I'm gonna write that down.
It's almost like Bad Company by Bad Company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from their album Bad Company. All right,
Angel what?
Angel
Angel
Witch.
Angel
Witch.
Witch.
What was the song name again?
I think it was called
Anyways.
Angel Witch.
Angel Witch?
A couple of my favorite songs from Bright Eyes on there. Hobo Johnson, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
we
vibing,
talked-
yeah, just talking about him.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put this, but Primus has a new single out featuring Maynard, not Maynard from Tool, not Maynard from A Perfect Circle, Maynard from Pussifer.
Ooh,
Oh shit.
it's a crazy poll.
Have you guys seen The Human Centipede?
No, I purposely not seen it.
I have.
Yikes!
It took me about 3 or 4 days to actually finish it because I had to like watch in segments because the movie is so awful.
It's
It was like that.
That's how the song was.
No, the music's good. It's awesome, but there's just so much going on. I had to stop and be like, what the fuck did I just listen to? And then Maynard is in there somewhere. I'm like, where the fuck is Maynard at? Is really great. It's really good, but there's just so much going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check it out. If you can get through it in one sitting, more power to. I just couldn't. There's just so much going on.
Yep.
Let's see. Dead Cassette. They are
Cassette.
metalcore band from not just Ohio, Northeast Ohio.
Ooh.
Yeah, their new
Cleveland?
single Sink or Swim on the old Spotify. 8,500 monthly listeners. They're very good. Very good. Very,
Very
good.
good.
Very good.
You might see them again because they're very good.
I hope I do.
Yeah.
I think the only other person I heard describe Northeast Ohio as Northeast Ohio is like LeBron James.
And my last band called Co-Defendants, about 40,000 monthly listeners.
Co-defendant.
I had a little bit of a conundrum here because Fat Mike from NoFX, this is one of his projects.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
he's a couple of buddies from other bands got together. It's like punk, obviously, but with like some rap in there, kind of like one of that singing rap kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Really, really good. So it has Get Dead's vocalist Sam King and rapper Keshi Ramos. A whole story there. There's like prison and like there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, really good. Punk kind of rap. You have to check it out. And then of course Fat Mike gets on there and does the Fat Mike thing.
Yeah.
So check those out.
Co-defendants?
Co-Defendants.
I think co-defendants and alibis need to get together.
Ooh. There we go.
Is
There's
there
a tour right there.
there's a tour right there, maybe with Accomplice?
Accomplice.
Name of
The
tour?
accused.
The accused. There we go.
The accused
Trial date.
trial day. We're dumb.
We are dumb. We are very dumb.
Anyway.
How about you?
So, I'll start it off with the song we heard when we first started the show. It's a band named Late Night Drive Home. The
Oh.
song called Freaks.
Oh yeah.
Really good.
Man, song I listen to over and over again, and I'll forget about it in a year or two, and again I'll be drawn to it for a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, been a few, yeah.
Also, you do the ADHD thing where you listen to it
Yes.
for 2 weeks straight and then forget it ever existed.
Not the song. This song's
Oh, okay.
I've heard recently, but the band at least.
Oh yeah.
The band.
I've bought records that still have plastic on them from like a year ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, Late Night Drive Home by Freaks by Late Night Drive Home. Really good band, guys. Take a listen. Really good song.
Yep.
I got a guy named Matty Gregg, where
That'd be great.
I heard, it came into my playlist, just into my algorithm. You know the Harry Styles song, the As It Was?
Mm-hmm. As it was.
Yeah. That song. It was that song, but being played by the Strokes. And I was like, whoa, what is this? Why do I like it so much?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that's it. That's exactly what it sounded like. It was this artist, Matty Gregg. Now, I heard a couple of his other songs, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy sounds a lot like coming straight out of like a Strokes album.
Yeah.
And 18,000 monthly listeners. He's really good. He has some really good music out.
Yeah.
But yeah, in his bio, he's like, just a guy trying to open for the Strokes. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, at least he's honest
at least
about
he's
his
honest.
direct influence.
There you go.
But I was really drawn into, and that's what's on the playlist, As It Was played, if they were played by the Strokes,
Okay.
and it slaps.
Hey,
It
Okay.
slaps good.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right. I'll check it out.
Without I put another song of his, No Vacancies. It's a demo from Matty Gregg. It doesn't sound exactly like the Strokes, so it's really good. I wanted to put his music out there. Then I have this playlist, and it's kind of like my downer playlist. My not downer, just my sad music when I want to feel my little sadness. And I added a song from there, Boss by Jaegerfin.
Yeah.
Earfin.
Yeah, Jaegerfin.
That
It's
sounds fun.
it's a lot of fun if you want to cry.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, not fun then.
No, it's it's a lot slower, slow tempo, kind of
Oh, yeah.
let you be in your feet.
Okay.
Music, really good artist. Jaegerfin, about 900,000.
Oof,
You know,
okay.
he's
Pretty good.
getting up there, but very good song. So that's what I have my playlist this week.
All right.
Cool. Well, you can find this playlist on the episode post that we post on rockmental.com, or you just search RockMental on Spotify and subscribe to the playlist. It's that easy, folks.
Yes.
It is.
So I think that's it. We
That's
good.
Good.
We got ourselves an episode, gentlemen.
I guess so.
Yes.
I think we're good. Well, if for those joining us live, thank you so much for joining and coming on and
you.
contributing. Thanks, Magic Jack, Bella, Big Mac, Baines.
All the people from
any-
Instagram and Facebook as well.
That's right, on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you, the Toxin, for sharing.
Toxin, coming up real fast. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and encourage your friends, just like Magic Jack is doing. Also encourage them to subscribe. Again, rockmental.com. You can find our playlist. You can find all our episodes. You can find our merch. And I think we still have some free hats. Do we still have some free hats?
I think we
Yeah.
have one more.
One more free
All
hat.
right, out there. If you're listening, head over to rockmental.com/shop and use the code 12345.
How about we add a couple more coupons on there?
You know what? I'll add a few more.
Yeah, let's add a few more.
If you guys want a free hat, go to rockmental.com/shop, choose any hat you want, make sure it's a hat, and put in the coupon code 12345, and you'll get yourself a free Rockmental hat. So
Yes,
just
yes.
for just for being good fans.
That's right. We also have some really good mental health resources on our websites, rockmental.com/help. We got information about 988. We've got information about Helping Survivors, which is an organization that helps victims of sexual abuse and sexual assaults get some information, also potentially some legal assistance. And we also have Heads Up Guys.
Mm-hmm.
And homework assignment for everybody out there, especially the guys. Go to the website, go to their questionnaire about depression,
Yeah.
and just take it. It's very simple. Very simple.
Very straightforward.
Hand it in next week, and we'll be good.
You'll be surprised. You'll
Yeah.
be surprised. I think a
Mhm.
lot of people out there don't really understand the full implications of
Exactly.
certain feelings and what it means to depression.
Exactly.
It really
So
does.
it's not normal.
It takes like 10 minutes, guys. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, please join us next week. We'll have a lot more music for you guys,
Mm-hmm.
a lot more laughs, and we'll put in our hard work to bring in great artists for you guys.
Yep.
During the week also as well, you know, we have our Beyond Our Pit segments coming out during the week. Join us in our socials, and we have a lot of content for you guys there as well. So, you know, you don't have to wait the whole week to see us again. You can see us midweek as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Figure, tell them how they can see us.
Oh yeah, make sure to head over to RockMental Official on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch,
Stop here.
everything.
What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing, Mark? Appreciate you, Big Mac. He said he got himself
bye,
a
guys.
hat. Appreciate you.
Bye, guys.
yeah.
Bye, Magic.
Rock
Bye,
on. See you next
Bella.
week.
Baines.
Have a kick-ass week. We'll see you next week on Rock Mental.
Yes. Hold on, wait.
We
Where's
usually
the
have music going on right now.
Where's the music?
Get some music. Let's get some music
No,
on.
Where's the
we're
music
frozen
at?
to the
We're like,
vacancy.
oh, there you go. Oh, I was gonna ride there.